Right, part 2. My clutch has been playing up. You would have seen that in part 1 if it's still up online. What I didn't realise was I had music playing in the background, so it could have vanished. But hopefully the pedants haven't picked up on it and they've left me alone, because other people got music playing in the background. But anyway, I always seem to be the one. But yeah, okay. The drum, keep the phone still and then you can see. There you go, look at that. Look, I don't like that amount of play. There's obviously got to be some, but I don't like that much. And also, it looks like the push drive unit, however it's designed, is nailed. So, the basket won't come off. He's absolutely solid. I've had all sorts of levers in there, having a gentle dig at it. Hoping it'll pop off, but it won't. So I've had to make a puller. So basically, I got myself... A long time ago, I went in a supermarket and I saw all these laser cut metal discs in different sizes, and I thought, you know what, they'll come in handy one day. And I've just used 3 in the last week. So yeah, it might have been 5 years ago, but they've come in handy. I've also got a bit of threaded bar, which was left over from some suspension spring compressors for a 1963 Ford Fairlane, and that's about as random as it's gonna get, because there's only one in Thailand, and I had it. Anyway, I've welded that nut on that end. I welded the washer on the plate on this side. Normally you'd weld it on the other side, so all the pulling's being done that way, but I'm not anticipating like 2 tons of pressure to get that off. I hope not anyway. So, going back to what I was saying, if you want to make one yourself, find the center of the disc, which I almost did. It's just slightly out. And then I dabbed oil on the ends of the towers here. I put this 8mm Allen bolt through the center of the disc while it still had an 8mm hole, because that centered it nicely onto the plate, onto the clutch drum. And then I dabbed the metal disc on there, and that's how I found all the centers easily without doing any Geronomy? Trigonometry. Oh god, what a mess. Anyway, we're going to do this live and direct. So I'm going to leave that Allen bolt in there, sacrificial Allen bolt, to save the end of the gear shaft. And I'm going to bolt, hopefully I'm going to bolt my new homemade puller on the end of the clutch. Now, to save time and allow me to use 2 hands, I'm going to pause it. So there it is, all bolted in place. Look at that, eh? I drilled the bolt holes to 7mm. That allowed for my measurements to be a little bit out. Right, now I've got my homemade clutch tool back in there, which I told you about in part 1, but you probably haven't seen it, so I'll tell you about it again. It's an old metal plate, look, and it's welded up to a bit of bent up metal, and it jams against the frame. Right, let's do this live on direct, shall we? Just to see if it's going to be a hit or a miss. Okay, we're biting. Oh, that's tight. Oh, I felt something give then. We're coming. We are coming, people. It was tight. You wouldn't have levered that off. There you go. Look at that, eh? Look at that. Live and direct. No stage shit with me. It either works, as it always does, or it doesn't work. But of course, it worked. At least, yeah. Oh. Ooh. Ow. That's cutting my fingers. Let's just drop that down there. Right? Look at all that shit that's kind of centrifuged out of there. That's nasty, isn't it, eh? We'll have to get all that off. But, yeah, look. 100% success for like 20 minutes work on a bit of odd materials. Right, so we got this thrust washer. I'm going to look that up. There seems to be a lot of wear on that face. I'm going to have to look that up. Right, here's where a majority of my play is. That bearing is quite worn. I'm going to buy one of them just for the hell of it. So you stay there. Ah, here we go. I couldn't remember how the cush drive was arranged on these clutches. It's springs. So basically they're all going to be loose and rattling. He says, trying to make one get loose and rattle. Shake it all about, baby. Yeah, see that one? Rattling in the case. Oh yeah, that one, he's a good one. Rattling in the case. Yeah, he's a rattler. Oh, I am, look. So yeah, I would say that was excessive. Now, there's ways and means around that. You could insert washers in there, really, just to regain some tension in them. But it's a bit of a bodge. I don't always do bits of a bodge. I will try and do it the right way. So I'm going to go and price up a new basket and see about bunging a new basket on there. But that one, yeah, I don't like that. Too much play in there. Right, back up here. Me roller bearing and my inner sleeve. I'm looking through the camera and I'm not seeing what I want to see. I want to get that wipe a minute. Out of shot. I'm looking directly at the camera. That's worn. There's heavy marking. See that heavy grey band through the middle? Yeah, that's wearing through the hard casing, that is. So, yeah. Alright, that's nailed. So, we need... Well, the basket is the other bit of wear, isn't it? Look, the three wear together, right? And that's inside out now. That's the... Oh, get off me. That's the actual... You're not looking. That's the actual setup. And that's sloppy as hell, so if that's not astronomical, I'm going to change the whole bloody lot. So, that's my final thrust washer. That lot seems alright. And as another little heads up here, look, there's the ears on your selectors. There's one there and there's one there, right? Now, when you overextend these, you either snap or you bend those off, those ears, and that's what causes you to lose your gear selection. So that's a little bit of a heads up on the gear selection, and the rest of it is going to need a clutch basket. So that's it. See if you can see part one. I'm going to get the hell out of here now because I've got Barry Can't Dance on in the background, and it's an absolute banging set, absolutely banging. So I'm going to get the hell out of here now and turn the sound back up on that. Later.